Now, this World Cup actually feels like the last dance for a couple important players. And here we are actually talking about Messi, Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, Manuel, Neuer and Luka Modric. Starting off with Group Table A, Netherlands should have enough quality to win over this group, with what appears to be one of the best defenses in the whole World Cup. Now this defense is actually built on Matthijs de Ligt as well as Virgil van Dijk, both of which are supported by the midfielder Frenkie de Jong. Another player to watch after is Cody Gakpo. He's only 23, but he was actually heavily sought after by Manchester United this summer. Now, Senegal is a close second, and their big concern is actually their star player Sadio Mane, which suffered an injury while playing for Bayern. Now, the fact that he was still included still gives us some hope that he will recover in time to play for the World Cup. Other players to watch out for are Kalidou Koulibaly and Edouard Mendy, both of which are playing for Chelsea. Now, when it comes to Ecuador and Qatar, they shouldn't have the quality to contest the top two places, but who knows? At the end of the day, all it takes is for one of the other teams to slip up. Group Table B. When it comes to this one, barring any abnormalities, England has the qualities to comfortably take over this group. Given they are a young team hungry for success, England might actually overwhelm the rest of the group. Now they will rely on Harry Kane for scoring the goals, which is currently sitting as the second goal scorer in the Premier League. Now besides him, they actually have a couple other youngsters that are full of potential, such as Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden and Bukayo Saka. USA has been actually developing in football in the recent years, having a young squad, and we believe they have the qualities to get a second place. But as we know, in this group we also have Wales, and to be honest with you guys, we think that this is actually gonna be a toss-up between the USA and Wales, given that Wales have Gareth Bale, which is very likely to have the last World Cup. Now, speaking of the players, USA, they have Christian Pulisic, but also they have a very high potential player in Giovanni Reina. Now, as for Iran, we don't think they have the firepower to fight with the rest of the teams, so at best they will play spoiler by stealing one draw from one of the teams. Also, hi, this is Andy, the host of Planet Football. If you've liked the video so far, consider hitting like and the subscribe button. Huh? What's that? They have to hit the notification bell as well? Well, you heard it, you know what to do. Now back to the video. This World Cup has Messi from Argentina, who, like Gareth Bale in the previous group, will probably have his last chance for the World Cup title. The same applies to Poland with Robert Lewandowski. Both teams should have what it takes to push to the knockout rounds, and as for Mexico, while they do have the quality to compete, we see them falling short. As for Saudi Arabia, they will most likely finish with 0 points. Group Table D. As you guys probably know, there has been this quote-unquote curse going on around the last winners from the World Cup. This curse is essentially the winners that we had on the previous year will completely bomb out of the groups in this year. This has been going on for a while, as you guys probably know. Even with this one, we simply cannot see France losing, considering how talented their squad is. And they will most likely contend at winning this World Cup as well. It really feels like they have so much talent, with the likes of Mbappe, Camavinga and Aurelien Tchouameni. These guys have been emerging in the past couple of years, and they actually made the team solid from every aspect. So because of this, they are likely strong contenders again. Denmark has a decent squad, and we see them actually getting the second place pretty comfortably. This is a team where we highlight players such as Christian Eriksen playing for Manchester United and Andreas Christensen playing for Barcelona, while Australia and Tunisia will battle it out for the third place. A player to watch for Tunisia might be Hannibal Mejbri, that could actually have his breakthrough tournament this year. Group Table E, or how we would like to call it, the Group of Death. Germany also had talented players emerging, and they are one of the favorites to win it all. So because of this, we see them finishing first in the group with Spain, but we gotta consider that Spain will actually be a serious contender for them. Germany's squad has a good balance of players in their prime, such as Joshua Kimmich from Bayern, but also some young players that might end up being world superstars in the future, like Jamal Musiala, Karim Adeyemi, and probably one of the players with the highest potential this tournament, Youssoufa Moukoko. We could see him contest Haaland and Mbappe for the best player in the future, and at only 17 years old, the sky is the limit for him. As for Spain, they have some bright future as well, with Barcelona's Pedri, Ansu Fati and Gavi, or Jeremy Pino from Villarreal, that will surely benefit from the experience alongside already established Manchester City's defensive midfielder Rodri. Adding up to the last chance group, we have Manuel Neuer, with a chance to add one more trophy to his already brilliant career. At 36 years old, it's very likely this is gonna be the last tournament for him. Being in such a stacked group, we simply don't see Japan or Costa Rica pose any threat in this group. Though Japan will very likely win against Costa Rica with a 1-0. Group table F. As Belgium's golden generation starts slowly aging, this will probably be one of their last chances at an international trophy, even though they are likely outmatched by other powerhouses. Players like Kevin De Bruyne, who is arguably the best midfielder in the world, and Courtois, who is also one of the best keepers in the world. Considering De Bruyne is 31, this is likely one of his last chances at an international trophy. Croatia is another team joining the Last Dance Club, with Luka Modric's last appearance at the international trophy. In the last World Cups, they actually had a great form, only losing to France in the finals, and we fear that might actually have been their only chance at winning. Though a young player to watch out for is Joško Gvardiol. At only 20, he will likely become the best defender in the world in the future, with a lot of big clubs looking to add him to their rosters. Group table G. Brazil is a very strong team, and they have players like Neymar, who is back in form for PSG. Other players to highlight would be Gabriel Jesus and two of the world's best keepers, Alisson and Ederson. To add on top of their talent, they also have players such as Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo, both playing for Real Madrid. Serbia is a team that, generally speaking, produced a lot of talent. One example would be Lazio's Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, which will prove important for finishing second. Another player to watch after is Juventus' Dusan Vlahovic, who, despite his club doing rather poorly this season, both in Serie A and only finishing third in Champions League, will be a great asset for Serbia for finishing second. Cameroon and Switzerland will battle it out for the third place, and we see Cameroon being able to win over their opponents in a direct game. Group table H. Cristiano Ronaldo's last chance at an international trophy. He has been getting less and less time at United, and after a recent interview, it is doubtful whether he will get any playing time at United in the future, but he will still prove little whenever he'll play. Now, that is a problem for another day for Ronaldo, because regardless of that, he is playing for his own country. Besides, there are no other games in Premier League till January, so we are 100% sure that he's gonna focus on the World Cup and put up a good show. Now, besides Ronaldo, Portugal has actually a pretty good squad to show, highlighting players such as Bernardo Silva, Bruno Fernandes and João Felix in attack, players that other countries would only dream of, and the likes of Manchester City's Ruben Dias and João Cancelo in defense. A young wonder kid to watch after is Nuno Mendes, who has the potential to become the best left back in the world. Uruguay has the quality to fight Portugal for sure, as we can highlight players such as Federico Valverde for them. Darwin Núñez, who, despite not living up to his hype at Liverpool, at least so far, will also be really useful. Luis Suarez will also get his last chance at the World Cup, considering he is 35 now. South Korea and Ghana have some interesting players as well. For South Korea, their star player Hyung Min Son is confirmed fit and available to play for them. That's after he had the surgery for a fracture that he had around the eye. As for Ghana, the player to watch will definitely be Athletic Bilbao's Inaki Williams. Now, with that being said, we still see South Korea better and securing the third spot, so Ghana will take fourth. And that's it for today. If you liked the video, hit like. If you didn't, you know what to do. Also, go ahead in the comment section and tell us what you think about the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.